Hey guys, welcome to Kipoerneke's Corner. I am over in not Watcher of Realms, I'm in EverQuest Legends at the moment. I actually just finished doing my dailies in Watcher of Realms, which is why I almost said that. My brain is on that, apparently. But regardless, I am currently doing EverQuest Legends. And actually, I was showing a friend EverQuest Legends a little bit ago because he played a lot of WoW back in the day, and he also plays some Diablo 4. So I thought maybe he would be interested in a little bit of EverQuest Legends, possibly. But I don't know that he's going to, because interestingly, his issue with it was that when you run sideways, when you strafe, which you can do, your feet go up like this, like they are now, but they do it when you're strafing as well. So yeah, he told me to approve of that. It's a strange thing to me because I'm not very visual, and so for me, I actually don't notice. I didn't know it did that until he pointed it out. Of course, for one thing, I don't do strafing on here because I'm used to using the Q and E for strafing, and that's not how the UI is set up on this. And I could see that it would be very useful in this game to do strafing, but unfortunately, I just don't. I don't know. If I can't use Q and E, I'm just not going to do it, I think. And honestly, I've kind of learned personally to sort of, use the mouse look to change my perspective as far as that goes, rather than using the keyboard commands for that. We got a cloth choker +1. I guess I haven't gotten that yet on this character. I have it set to auto merge later on. I see that I've completed the achievement of bone to pick with you. Let's check that out. It says Slayer skill. I can still hear the maniacal cackling, the gut-wrenching crunch of solid bone against iron. What animates these skeletal foes? A nameless adventurer. So we've killed 100 skeletons is what that means. Now we can click view reward, and I'm not really sure what this does for me. Because it says reward choices. All of the options for this reward include AA Bane Strike and player flags. This passive ability improves the base damage of your melee attacks and the power of your damage and healing abilities by 2%. Complete Slayer achievements to progress this ability. Requirements, level 1, no previous ability requirement. Now, I read all that before whenever I've completed other achievements, but I don't know exactly what it means as far as reality goes. Like, I can go over here to view mine, and it shows me this right here. And what I see here is that we've completed 9 out of 489 total of this category. Is it Slayer category? Maybe. I'm not sure. Category completed 2 out of 70. I have no idea what this means. I think what we've done is we've completed 2 Slayer things, right? Maybe we've completed 9 total achievements, but we've completed 2 in the Slayer category. That's my guess. Not sure if that's correct. If anybody can correct me on that, feel free to. I'm quite open to it. But regardless, we have at least 2 Slayer things that I've completed on this server with this character. So there you go. For what it's worth, and I assume that maybe these things are something that we unlocked by completing the first Slayer thing, and that they get better as we complete more of them, but I'm not really sure. Let's click V and have a look at, I don't know, we're looking for Bane Strike. I have no idea where it would be, or if we would have it. Okay, here it is. Bane Strike, 1 of 4. This passive ability improves the base damage of your melee attacks and the power of your damaging and healing abilities by 2%. Now, we saw that already. Complete Slayer achievements to progress this ability. So, it says next alternate advancement is in 67, actually it says 67% of the way to the next alternate advancement, which is all fine and well, but unrelated to this, as far as I can tell. This, apparently, we don't have to spend any AA points in. It's just going to go up as we complete achievements. 1 of 4, what does it mean? You know, at what point does it go to 2 out of 4? Does that mean that we have to have completed half of the Slayer achievements in order to get that? Then we have player flags. Unlocks the first rank of Bane Strike. So, what does it take to get the next rank of Bane Strike? Do I need to... I'm not sure. It's unclear. If we go over here, and we see that there's 70 in the category, we might make some assumptions about that. Now, 4 doesn't go nicely into 70, unfortunately. We could assume, maybe, though, that if we completed less than 20, somewhere maybe 18 or something like that, maybe we would get number 2, right? Number 2? I don't know. Is this a percentage of the way through at some percentage, or maybe it's more than that? Maybe it's maybe if we complete half of them, because 2 out of 4, of course, is half. So maybe if we complete 35 of them, then we would get the next achievement. I'm not sure. No idea the way that works, but the fact that we're getting a general improvement of the damage of our melee attacks, which we don't know how much of an improvement that is, but we're getting some kind of an improvement to the base damage of our melee attacks and the power of our damaging and healing abilities. Well, okay, we do know how much. Maybe, if these go together. See, at the end there, it makes me think that the power of your damaging and healing abilities is increased by 2%, but maybe they're saying that both the base damage of your melee attacks and the power of your damaging and healing abilities have been improved by 2%. Maybe that's what they mean. That would make sense. All right, let us go forward here and loot this necklace. What kind of a necklace do I have on? Okay, I already have. Do I already have that necklace on and it merged? If so, then why was it showing in that window, I wonder? Where is my necklace? Okay, it looted right here. So, let's alt click that and compare it to my rawhide gorget here. It's not nearly so good as my rawhide. So, too bad. Alright, onward to the skeleton slaying. Now I can kill the pixies tricksters, and it does not seem to affect my my faction with anyone, so that's the good news. We can kill them all day if we wanted to. Those wasps drop royal honey, which is nice. I think you make honey mead with that. I'm not sure what else we can make with that, but that's one thing we can make with that eventually whenever I have components. Right now, I'm running around without very many components. I think the only thing I have is water flask and then just whatever pieces I've picked up hither and yon. Another thing that I just remembered earlier today is that you can be running along and you'll see these oddly colored patches of grass around here. Turns out that's just not just regular old grass. That is some kind of special grass that I can't remember the name of. It might be like evergreen something. I can't remember. But definitely oddly colored patches of grass are harvestable. And it's the only thing that I've found that you can just pick up off the ground. I have clicked on many items as I go along, but what I've never found prior to that was anything that mattered. So I just I had clicked on it one day in one of the beta, I think it was in the pre-order beta, and discovered that it does in fact pick up into your bags. You gather it. It's very strange because I'm used to doing that in EverQuest 2, gathering things from the ground, that is, all kinds of things, quest starters and all kinds of things. But in EverQuest Legends, that's the only thing that I've experienced that with. I've clicked on some things, and it turns out that they're crafting stations, which was a surprise to me. But not just random pieces of the ground or like crates or anything like that. I've clicked on a lot of crates and like lamps, you know, sconces. As you're going along, you might click on one. But none of them have done anything other than it's just strangely colored grass, really is what it is. And if I see some, I will show you what I'm talking about. But it's like a brighter green than the rest of the green around it. And I wonder how many things like that I've missed as I've been going along. Like maybe in the swamp there was something, you know, in a Thule swamp, maybe there was something there I could have gathered and I didn't even know it. Or in the Ferret, you know, maybe we get different things in different places. I'm not sure. It's very, very interesting. I thought that like crates and barrels would maybe be a good thing, but turns out that wasn't it. It's the random stuff on the ground that you don't even consider. Those are the ones that are special. Now, fortunately, my bags are not particularly full yet. I'm very happy about that. Got a lot of room left. Recently been to the bank. So, we're in good straits as far as that's concerned. Now, I can see that inventory will be an issue unless I get some bags here soon. However, I remember from beta that quite a lot of bags drop from just random things out here in the Greater Fadar. This is not the case in Ferret. In the Ferret, nothing drops bags. But over here, we get bags, we get boxes. It's pretty cool. I feel like the orcs drop a good bit of that kind of stuff. You just don't get that in the ogre, you know, like around that area. The ogre starting place. I don't know if the ogre can start in other places or not. Maybe, but certainly I've started consistently in Algok. And there's not, you know, you just don't see the bags and stuff dropping. You have to buy them from the merchant over there. But over here, you definitely do. And I wonder actually if I have more that I don't even realize, because I have them on auto store, I believe. So I would have to check in the Dragon Horde. Now, what I'm looking for right now, running around, you might think I'm randomly killing things, but I'm specifically looking for spiderlings, wolves, skeletons, and bats at the moment, and that is so that I can try to get my faction up, oh, and also orcs. Trying to get my faction up with the Emerald Warriors in the Kelethin area, and that way I can trade in some of these items and get my faction up with the Kelethin merchants. Goal is to be able to trade with those guys eventually. And I think it won't take all that long. I don't have a long time today to be on, unfortunately, because I started much later than I intended. I had hopped on to Watcher of Realms to try to get my dailies done. I haven't been able to stream on there in a while, but I at least have been trying to catch up, or keep up rather, with getting the dailies done. And I realized that today was the last day for me to try to get Kajiri, which was my chosen character, on there. And so I had to try to summon him, and it ended up taking significantly longer than I intended for it to. Had to go find some ways to earn some more diamonds and whatnot. So, unfortunately, that meant that I spent some of the time I otherwise would have been playing EverQuest Legends, getting some of that done. So, here we are, later than planned, but hey, made it in. I want to be careful about that fairy maiden over there, because those fairies will attack me. And I could easily kill the fairies, but they will decrease my faction, and I don't want that. Kissel DGF says hello, hello. Well, hello to you as well. How you doing today? Are you an EverQuest Legends player, or are you interested in being one? Got these Footmen over here. I think I want to get this hatchling first, though. So the Footman very well may kill me. Who knows? We shall see. Kizzle says, good. Yep. Playing EQL right now. Excellent. What's your classes of choice? And what level you at? What server are you on? All those things. All the questions that one can ask. I better watch out because there's another Centurion coming up behind. Oh no. The bad thing has happened. And the Centurion is on me after all. What a shame. Here comes another one maybe off to everyone. That's alright. We can at least get this guy for sure. And maybe this little Centurion as well, and then we'll see if we can get that last guy. Tizzle says, Rivervale, Paladin, Monk, Shaman. My buddy and I are at 40. Very nice. Moving right along. This one here is a level 8 at the moment. Just sort of barely surviving against these orc footmen. I say barely. Maybe. It depends on if another one wanders up from behind or not. Made it through. Doesn't mean we're necessarily out of the... Okay, I think we're probably okay. I don't see any more close by. We can have a chance to regenerate. I guess we did probably make it out of the woods. We'll come back over there and try again in a moment. Let's get these nice blue-colored guys for a second. I don't need very many more, if any, at this point to... Well, I'm already, I think, dubious with the Kelethin, no, sorry, with the Emerald Warriors. But it would be ideal if I could do something about the merchants as well. Oh, that's very nice. This individual over here is healing me. We're gonna slash say thanks. So I was definitely on the way down. Looks like they probably needed some heals on themselves as well. Now I see that the slash say does not seem to have gone into my chat window that I have up there. And I probably want to fix that. So let's come up here and go to filters, because I think I probably want say on here. Now it may be, I'm not sure. I may change my mind on that later on, because I feel like I may have put slash say in the other window because there was a lot of spam from it. Oh yes, I see. Because the NPC say also goes in here. That's unfortunate. On EverQuest 2, you can change it so that the NPC say does not go into the same window as the player say. I had made an assumption that there would be something like this with that, but obviously that would be why I don't have it in that window, and we'll have to fix that. No, don't want it there after all. What a shame. Turn that back off. I wonder if there's one. You know what? Let's go look at the filters again. Make sure we slam him real fast. Now, filters. Just to see if there's any way to do just like player save, you know? I wonder what randoms means. Like, maybe random rolls? Not sure. We can turn it on just to find, oh, randoms, okay. Your rolls, others rolls, group parade rolls are all, okay. Fellowship messages, is that guild stuff maybe? Because I don't see, oh no, there's guild up there. So what's a fellowship? Is that when maybe one guild forms an alliance with another guild? Is that a fellowship? Maybe. They have like guild alliances on EverQuest 2 these days, which is super cool on live. I don't know if they do that on here or not. Let's go back over to it. Filters. Of course, mercenary messages are not going to come into play. All right, so yeah, I don't see any way to segregate out like player save versus other kinds of save, unfortunately. which means I'm definitely going to miss some messages here and there, I'm sure. It's unfortunate. Let's take a gander at where my faction is standing. I did slash faction, and now we're going to look at Emerald. Emerald Warriors, they're apprehensive to me, 35 points to Indifferent. So I feel like we can go ahead and try to get them to Indifferent, and then go check and see if they will let me or not. I would rather get this Witch Doctor first, just because I don't need him casting stuff, and I failed because I clicked my slam, which I should have been saving for him to cast stuff. That's alright. He didn't cast anything, and I was able to get it by the time he did, so all is well. Because the thing with the Witch Doctor and people like him is that as long as you keep them from casting anything, they're pretty solid. They go down very quickly, and they don't do very much without casting. So, yeah, that's kind of the way it goes. I should remember to occasionally try to use the disarm intimidate button that I have standing over there, or sitting over there. I don't know, are buttons standing or sitting? Hard to say if you ask me. But yes, it shouldn't take too very much longer. I think you get 5 points for every one guy that you kill, or faction, and therefore it's like, you know, 7 more is what I needed, which means I need probably 4 more from now in order to have enough to be Indifferent. And Indifferent is what I'm currently going for. Anything better than Indifferent is great and all, but not really necessary. Let's go back up north toward those Crushbone orcs up here. There's an orc overseer and an orc footman over here. Ah, I see that Gollum, or maybe it's Gollum, I don't know. Yep, Gollum it is over there fighting. I don't want to get in his way, but it looks like I've got some on me anyway. Let's take care of the seer first. Same reason. I did not interrupt him successfully. I gave it the old college try, but I failed. So he got a spell off. I don't know what it was. I should have paid attention, but I didn't. Regardless, he did something. I'm sure it was terrible. Now, this guy is a warrior, the Footman. And warriors, at this level at least, and at this difficulty, aren't really casting anything. So this would be, what, number 6, I think, after the initial, checking of the faction. I can make sure, but I think that I only have 1 more to kill. Let's go ahead and look certain of that. Faction, and we have 10 more points, so yes, this guy will put us at 5, and 1 more will put us at Indifferent. And then we'll go and check and see if the Emerald Warrior guy will take my offering to him this time. Where is it putting him? Right there, Centurion rather. Right there. Let's get him. And then head back toward Kelethin. Ah, look at that. I made him run all the way around. He didn't want to, but he had to. So he could not run straight across that incline. It's a little rough for it. It's probably all that beefiness he's got going on there, you know? He's not quite as big as my ogre, but I mean, he's certainly got some density to him. Ah, let's not let him escape. My goodness. Okay. Now, just to make 100% certain, yes, we are now Indifferent. 100 points to amiably. Now, amiably would be lovely, but I'm hoping that I don't need amiably in order to get where I need to be. Let's not attract the attention of those orcs, because I need to get over to Kelethin and check on things over here. Now, the map here is horrendous. We have nothing whatsoever being explained. It's just like, here's a map, and here's some lines, and what do you know about this? Not much. There's a lift. it may be this direction. It may not. It's somewhere over here. And it'll take us up into Kelethin. So, if I've translated the map correctly, it would be this way, but I think I have not. Maybe I have. Wait. Is that... No, that's some dude out here. That's not a lift. No idea. Alright, let's go back to center. And find. And desperately search for a lift. There it is. There it is. Alright, great. Wasn't too far off. Let's have a look at the map. So it's right here. Looks like this. Okay? So next time we're looking for one, we look for something that looks like this. As long as you zoom in really far. Let's recenter this. There we are. Okay. So in order to use these lifts, we got this little post, and at the very top of the post, you can't really see it very well, but if you zoom in, you'll see this little knob at the top. So we have to click the knob, and it lifts the knob, right? So now we're going to have this platform come down. We run onto the platform once it's completely down, and then we can come back over here, and we can click this little knob, and it goes down, we go up. That's the way this works. It goes up, we go down, it goes down, we go up. And here we are at the top. There's another platform, as you can see, or not a platform, another post, as you can see right here. So, now, where, you might ask, are the Emerald Warriors? And I don't know the answer. Howsoever, we have a map. The map is useless, but we can do find, and then we can look and see if we can find this on here or not. I don't think that I actually can find this by name. Like, Emerald Warrior is not on here. And, furthermore, even the guy we need, his name is also not on here last I checked. So unless things have changed between then and now, the guy that we need is not going to be here. His name is like, I don't know, Ringrin or something like that. Definitely starts with an R. And I don't see him. So it is as before. He is a hidden person. And I'm trying to remember what else he might be in the area with him. I'm uncertain. I have no idea. It might be one of the various armorers who's in the same area as him. I kind of halfway feel like that's the case. But I'm not sure which armor it would be. If it is one at all, and that may not be correct. So, we have to ask ourselves, where is this guy? I think, looking at the map, I think that he's northeast of us. And therefore, I'm going the wrong way. So let's go this direction. And hope that this is correct. But I don't know. What is this right here? This is the Songweaver Bard's Guild. Okay, alright. Let's see. So, onward to the north. So I feel like he was up this direction. And then we turn here. And there's a high chance that I'm completely wrong about which direction I should be going. That's Fletcher's. This is Emerald Warriors right here. Excellent. I did succeed in it. Look, there's a little dude standing over here. Gallon Woodwee Warrior Guildmaster just hanging out there. Now, the trick here is when you're running into the door like this, you click on the close and it comes closed. Okay, who's the other guy in here? Just so we know. Okay, he was not armor, he was weapons. So Merchant Movian, the weapons guy, hangs out here. But the one we want, I was wrong, it was not Ringrin, but it was Regrin. Alright? So, what we want to do is try to dump some of this stuff on him. And I'm going to click Control to get... No, not Control, sorry. Wrong thing. That's... Okay, Shift gets all of them. It is Control. Control and click gives you just one. Then I'm going to dump it on the guy anyway. So right now he's got some bone chips. Let's give him some vat fur and some spiderling eye and a little bit of ruined wolf pelt. Now, will he take them? That is the question. He wouldn't last time. I think it was because my faction was bad. Let's try it. The We completed the trade, it says, but it didn't, you see? We got it back. So he still doesn't like us. Or something. Because he should have... Look, if we hail him, look what happens. He says, you need to prove your dedication to our cause before I can discuss such matters with you. Okay. That's not what he said before, whenever I talked to him. So I wonder if that means I just need to kill more people. Maybe I need to be amiably before he will trade with me, which is a shame, because that means that I'll need to kill 20 more guys, 20 more orcs, that is, in order to trade with him, if it's amiably that he needs. I think that there's a decent chance that that's what's going on here, so I'm going to head back in that direction. I'm pretty sure that that's what that's implying to me. Proving dedication to cause implies to me you need better faction, or we're not going to talk to you. So, as you can see, I'm not being attacked by these guards. That's because they're members of the Emerald Quarter faction. We have Hexar the Legend hanging out here, and Tonika's nameless. And I guess he just zoned out, or perhaps camped out. Who knows? One or the other. Regardless, I watched him disappear before my very eyes in magician style. I don't think that I ought to stay up long enough to kill 20 of these guys. It really won't take long. So I kind of could, but also it would probably be a bad idea. Apparently I've got a witch doctor on me that I didn't realize was there. Let's see if we can interrupt him whenever he tries to cast and set me. We'll find out. Unfortunately, or maybe fortunately, this one doesn't really seem to want to be casting. He's a shaman, and my interrupts didn't work, but that's okay. No big deal. So we got some rusty knuckles. We're just going to loot those. I want to make sure it's not auto-merging. We just want to, I'm going to stick it on, actually I'm going to put it in auto-store, and it can go in my dragon's sword, and then I can loot it later when, or not loot it, but take it out of the dragon's sword later. Whenever I'm ready to start doing making things into ore, basically. I need to get some sharpening stones. I'm gonna have to do that in Ogok unless I can befriend his merchants. But regardless, gotta get that before I can really do anything with those rusty pieces. I know this looks a little scary because I'm at 106, but I think unless something else wanders up on me, I'm pretty confident. Alright. Nobody else over here, of course, but we might can find some more this way. I should practice my binding wounds. I haven't done that in a little while. Let's have to target myself, so that's F1. Then we bind wound. It's not the greatest thing in the world, but I figure you gotta get your bind wound skill up somehow, right? May as well do it like this. Also, I've got to check and see, okay, food and drink are still doing pretty well. Got 15 of each of them. And interestingly, 15 of the bandages left as well, although I suppose I won't in a moment. Now, when you're knelt down like this, or when you're looking in your knowledge book or something like that, then you are a little more vulnerable to your opponents. You know, I mentioned being level 8 earlier. I'm not level 8, I'm level 7. I was obviously not looking at that very closely. I must have been seeing the enemy at the time. Probably. They were probably level 8. So I think that was 4 orcs right there. And it didn't take very long, and I'm almost back up to full health. So I can take on another small crew of them if one presents itself. Okay, we got an orc shaman over here. Some of them are called other things when they're actually shaman. This one is just called shaman. He casts crossdrift. I wasn't able to interrupt it. Not really sure why. It says an orc shaman regains concentration and continues casting, so I tried to interrupt it, but it didn't care. I think that's what that means. Let's try to disarm the shaman. My attempt to interrupt it once more did not work. Failing utterly at interrupting this guy. He just does not care. But that's okay. At least I'm beating him up a bit. Where are you running off to, friend? Alright, suppose maybe a little more binding of wounds is in order. It's like, oh yeah, F1. Keep forgetting to do that. Do it one more time, and then I'll go and check out our opponents over there. Actually, I see a lone fella right there. He looks promising. Alright, we finished with the binding. Better be aware, or I'll get all of them on me. Now I wonder if I can pull just him when he's in this position. I don't know. This is kind of strange. Is it because his back is to me that he can't see me? I'm like right up on him now. I think it is. I think his back is to me, and so he doesn't know I'm there. Oh, interesting. Those guys, however, were facing me, and therefore they could see very far. Interesting. Okay, so this is Footmen, and they're just warriors, so you can just beat upon them with the slam with impunity. Well, let's see. We have Ashwin running by. I don't know Ashwin, but he looks like he was doing okay. You know, I'm thinking about it. I'm not sure if I've heard the name Ashwin before. I saw a blue orc wander by a moment ago, but I don't see him now. There he is. Orc Centurion. Let's see if he will be a good one. He's going down pretty quickly. Unfortunately, I also have a Fairy Maiden on. Don't want to kill the Fairy Maiden. How's about I just run up north to Crushbone, and I can zone in there. And that way I won't have to kill the fairy. I will have a couple of nasty orcs on me. But both shaman, I would like to stop and kill them. Fairy Maiden's a little sketchy. Maybe I will attempt to kill one or two. I was able to interrupt that one. That one did not interrupt. Unfortunate. Try to save the interrupt for when you cast something, obviously, right? Fairy Maiden's about to catch up, and she could be an issue. Certainly. I'd like to try to kill this shaman first, if possible. Okay, got the shaman. So I'm gonna back up and see if I can get into the other zone or die. Who knows? Who knows? We're either gonna zone. Haha. We died right outside the zone line. Nice. Alright. That was very nice of Simon Steele to come and try to save me, though. Alright, that works out for me, though. So I do need to get off. Let's check the faction and see where we're at. We're 55 points to amiably, so we would need to kill, let's see if it's 5 per, then we would need 11 more. It's not too bad. Won't take too long to get there next time that I come in. But for now, I think I'll probably better call it for the night. And hopefully I will see all of you tomorrow. I think I might be going to go to a movie in the evening. So I'm not sure at what time I will be on, but I should be on at some point tomorrow. If you're not following me yet, then be sure to follow me and turn on notifications so that you can see the next time that I go live. Hopefully, I'll see all of you then. Have a good